Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fear Assembly. Joined by me today is Annie as well as Eric of Popcorn Selections. We're going to talk about what we've been watching lately, what we're excited about. We're going to get into some supernatural horror films and some general topics. So, Annie, what have you seen lately? What do you want to talk about?
I have seen a couple of good things. I just saw a movie called Find Your Friends. I saw it at a screening in LA, but it drops on Shudder on the 12th of June.
Mhm.
It's insane. Honestly, I'm still trying to recover from it. I saw it on Monday and it's what day today? Thursday. And it's just like one of those ones that stays with you for a long time. The plot is five friends, they take a trip to Joshua Tree. They rent out an
Mhm.
Airbnb for a girls' weekend. They
Mhm.
like partying and just having fun. But they're not alone. They are being stalked by some creepy men.
Mm.
I won't say any more, but it's really like it's very much like a modern take on I Spit on Your Grave, just not as graphic as
Mm.
that, but it's
Mm.
still the same themes. It's phenomenal. It's really, really good. And the director Isabel Paxad, it's her first feature. So you should definitely go watch it, go support it. But it's very triggering and it's very heavy. So definitely watch it, but go into it like preparing yourself mentally. It was wild. Like I said, it's like 4 days later and I still can't stop thinking about it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Really
All
good
right,
though.
that's kind of how I felt about Obsession when I saw that.
Oh,
But
okay. Okay.
um,
Interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, Eric, how about
So,
you? What have you seen lately?
man, I watched Backrooms. Oh
Mm.
my goodness. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Now this one is definitely gonna be divisive.
Mm,
Um, just from what I'm seeing online, people either love it or hate it. There's really no middleman. There's nobody to just say, "Well, it was all right." Either you like, "Man, this is the best movie of such and such," or you're saying, "I hated it. What was that? It was garbage." So I went to see it and it was for me. And I didn't know that it was for me because I've never really sat and watched a liminal space horror.
Mm.
And I wasn't really into the YouTube series back in the day. I just found
yeah.
out about it recently. So I'm one of those who was kind of new to Kane Parson and his work. But since then, I just wanted more. Like it
Mhm.
was, it was just super creepy. So I went back and started watching the YouTube series, and it's just as
Nice.
good as the movie. So it was just like I loved it, man. I loved every moment of it.
Mm.
It set like an atmosphere that was just it gives you goosebumps, man. It was really good.
Mm.
Do you need to
So,
watch the YouTube videos to like before you see the movie? Like, do you feel like after you watched the YouTube videos, you should have watched them before the movie, or does it not really matter?
No,
No.
not at all, and I think they did a good job with that as the movie is concerned. They did a good job of letting you experience the back rooms and learn about it alongside the
Okay.
main character, so it wasn't like all these things are happening, you're just like, "Well, what are they talking about? What does that mean?"
Mm,
They're learning about it, you're learning about these things in real time. Now when you go back, like, if you do it like I did, you watch the movie first and then you go back, there are little things you'll start to notice, you'll be like, "Oh, okay, like, I alright," so it's like you're being invited in. So it's not harsh towards those who have never seen the series. So it's an inviting film
okay.
mm.
in
Good
that
to know.
aspect. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the number one movie in A24's history, and it's going to keep going. I think there's still people that are going out to watch it. I'm going to be one for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But that's good to know that I don't need to catch up on all the YouTube videos first because
Right.
Yeah.
I
Right.
had the same question as Annie, and I believe Amelia, who goes by Clark's Capers, she's part of our Fear Assembly
Mm,
group. She's interviewing Kane Parsons tomorrow after this taping,
nice.
and
Cool.
so it's going to be interesting to see that interview on her channel, and I think she'll be sharing a lot with our group after that. But yeah, it
Yay.
seems like an
That is so
amazing
cool.
film.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
Incredible. I also watched, I want to give a quick shout out. I watched the first episode of Cape Fear. I went to a screening of that this week as well. It's
Mm.
insane. It's absolutely insane. It drops June 5th, so tomorrow. Um you're not ready. If you like the original two movies,
Mhm.
which I do, I love them. I did think, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like it because it takes a different kind of direction, but it's fantastic. Javier Bardem is so unhinged. So that's something else that I've seen that I really enjoyed.
I
And
have
and
never
where
seen it. I'm sorry.
you haven't seen the movies?
None of them. Like a friend of mine reached out and they asked about Cape Fear. Have you seen? I'm like, no. I'm like, what's that? I saw a few,
Oh,
trailers get posted, but I've never seen it. So I feel like I'm excited now. So
oh,
All
you're
right,
going to
go
get
see
it.
it. Like,
Annie,
oh,
Annie, go
okay.
for it.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. Well, actually, you don't even need to know about the original ones. The
Gotcha.
original one, it's the same character, Max, but it takes a different story. And so I think this is a 10-part series. So it's similar. It's about somebody who served time for a crime, and I think it's 17 years later. Now
Mm.
he's been found to be innocent and he's been released. So the main plot is he's coming for the people that put him behind bars, but
Oh.
for different kind of reasons in the series as to the
Mhm.
movies. So you don't need to watch the movies to know what's going on, because
Okay.
I watched them a long time ago and I can't really remember them that much, even though I know they're great. But it was actually quite nice to see it, like a fresh take on it. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
think they drop weekly on Apple TV starting this week. But yeah, you're gonna love it. It's so good.
Okay, I'm on it, Kate Fee. I'm gonna write that one down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Mhm.
Apple is just churning out really, really good TV shows.
Right,
Have
aren't
you
they?
seen the
Like,
Widow's Bay?
Oh,
Are you caught
I'm
up on Widow's Bay?
obsessed. I'm
All right.
obsessed. So good. I just watched the latest episode, episode 8 last night, and jumped out of my skin. There was like a really good jump scare. If you haven't seen it yet, be prepared.
Mm-mm.
That's really, really good. I just Apple TV, they don't really do much marketing, but they've got these bangers.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
All right.
We're spoiled.
Yeah.
Well, there's a movie coming out to streaming as well very soon. I believe it's coming to Hulu. This is the Osgood Perkins film Keeper,
Mm.
which I did not see during its initial release run from Neon. And I was chatting with Eric right before we started recording,
Mhm.
and I said, what do you think about it? And he had mixed opinions. So, Eric, if you can
Yeah.
reiterate for our audience, what are your thoughts without
Sh-
spoiling?
Right, sure. So this one, I think it's for a very specific audience, and I just don't think it was for me. Now, positives on this film: it was a beautifully shot movie. The monsters are it's just some of the most beautiful like designs that I've ever seen. So
Hmm.
in that part, it was definitely for me, but a little bit too slow pace, creepy in areas. Definitely have some creepy elements to it. The setting is absolutely perfect, but just for me, it just didn't do enough. But the people that I did hear that saw this movie, they loved it. So it's like maybe I'm just one of those ones who just didn't get it. But a lot of other people, they said they loved it. So, it
Mm.
wasn't for me. I just don't think it was for me. But yeah, it was definitely it has some spooky parts to it,
I feel like Osgood's movies, you either love them or hate them. That's the way I feel with his stuff. Like, I loved Longlegs. I really didn't like The Monkey. I was kind of like, I think I enjoyed Keeper. I did enjoy it. It was slow and very strange, but I saw in LA he hosted like it was an early screening, but it was like just a footage presentation of about 20 minutes of Keeper, different scenes throughout the movie, and so it didn't really make sense, but it was pretty creepy. And one of the things that he said before it, which made me think of his work a little bit differently, was that this is his art and this is what he wants
Mhm.
to talk about and he wants to make. And he's lucky that he's got a studio that supports him in all of his releases.
Mhm.
But he's like, if you don't like it, absolutely fine. No
Mhm.
offense taken, but this is my art and this is what I want to put out there. And I was like, that's very bold of you. And,
Yeah.
Hmm.
good for you. You're in a great position where you've got somebody who's backing all of these movies and you can kind of do what you want. But
Hmm.
yeah, because of that, sometimes it just doesn't work for general audiences, and then sometimes it does.
Right. Yep. For example, I love Long Legs. Long
Yeah.
Legs was one of my favorite movies, and people give me, stuff for it all the time. Like, you like Long Legs? I loved it.
Yeah,
And I say,
me too.
so, it's just one of those things, sometimes it's for you, sometimes it's not. Yeah.
Did you
All
like
right.
Keeper, Cole?
Well, no, that's what I'm looking forward to. I have not seen it yet.
Okay, you haven't seen it. Okay.
Um, So I'm going to check it out for sure. Even the ones that everybody's like, it's so bad, like, don't waste your time. Like, I'm still like, well, maybe there's, one moment in it. Maybe it's
Right.
got, something that's going to kind of stick in your head. But yeah, I mean, I think that's why we like, this genre, right? It's because
Right.
they don't have to all be award-winning films. They don't have to be enlightening. They can just be entertaining in small bits.
Yeah.
And if there's one scare that sticks with you, then, that was an effective film, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely.
speaking of people that want to stick to their art, there was a great trailer dropped this week from Eli Roth,
Mm.
who said, I'm going to go my own way. I'm going to come out with my own release style, my own distribution ecosystem, etc. The trailer came out for Ice Cream Man, and this is a red band trailer. This is very over the top. I assume by the head nods that you guys have seen it
Mhm.
by now. Eric, do you have any thoughts that you want to share on Ice Cream Man?
I have a lot of thoughts on Ice Cream Man. This trailer was wicked. I mean, oh my goodness, I have never. So creepy kids. I told you guys in the prior pod, creepy kids always get to me, and there's a lot of creepy kids in this trailer. All I'm gonna say is this one goes hard. You have not seen anything like this since probably Art the Clown and Terrifier.
Yeah.
That's how hard these kids go, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna leave it there. Once you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I posted a trailer reaction and people are still talking about. I'm getting notifications right now about this now, and I posted it last night. So yeah, go watch it. It speaks for itself.
I thought the
All
teaser
right.
was crazy, but this is like next level trailer.
Yes.
I wasn't ready to see a child eating somebody's brains in the trailer.
Yeah. And there are a few people in our Fear Assembly group that got an early cut of it that said the
Mhm.
trailer's nothing compared to what's in the actual movie.
Oh,
So
God.
I can't imagine how many boundaries are going to be crossed in this one. But yeah, I think Terrifier with kids is one way I've
Yeah.
seen it. Did you guys ever see the movie Cooties a
Yes.
couple years ago?
That's what it reminded me
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
That was the first thing that popped to my mind. Annie, can you talk about Cooties a little bit just for our audience, because I think it's a hidden gem
It
that not enough
is.
people know about.
And I didn't watch it when it first came out. I watched it years later. I think I just saw it streaming on a platform, maybe Shudder or Tubi or something like that. But it's just crazy kids, and it takes place in a school. Who's one of the teachers? Is Elijah Wood in it?
I believe so.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
It's basically kids in a school. There's some sort of outbreak, and they've all turned on the teachers, and the teachers are basically trying to survive and find a way out. It's really, really, really good. Massively underrated. And again, it's the first thing that I thought of when I saw the Ice Cream Man teaser. But I think
Mhm.
this one's going to be a bit crazier than Cooties.
Yeah, it's from 2014. Also has Rainn Wilson, aka
Yes.
Dwight Schrute, in
Yeah.
it. It has Jack McBrayer, Lee Winnell,
Oh
Alissa
yeah, Lee
Pill,
Winnell. Yeah.
Ian Brennan. This was one that just caught me off guard because again,
Yeah.
it's like anything with kids. You're like, okay, well they're gonna
Yeah.
play it safe. Nope, they didn't play it
It's
safe.
crazy.
And Ice Cream Man's definitely not playing it safe. So this is
At
gonna be a
all.
really fun one.
Yeah. I'm excited.
What else is in the zeitgeist you guys are looking forward to?
Well, Scary Movie. That
Yeah.
is out now, I believe. So I'm going to try and check that out this weekend. I
Yeah.
love those movies. I love just, I don't know if it's just maybe like British culture, but British people find it entertaining to just make fun of other people, which my husband has learned to love now. So those kind of movies, I'm like, yes, let's just make fun of people all day because this is just great. And then what else am I looking forward to? Oh, well, I did just get tickets to see The Odyssey. I know it's not horror, but the tickets went on sale today. So I got a couple of tickets for a 7 a.m. screening at City Walk. I can't wait.
Christopher Nolan. It's all must watch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
in the horror comedy space, what would you say is your favorite all time? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
God. Oh my God, I don't watch a lot of horror comedies really, apart from like
See, this is why we do the show sheet sometimes. That's all.
apart from like the spoof. Like, I mean, the one I watched recently is an old one. Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th. Has anyone seen that?
Not me.
Oh my! It's basically
Is this a spoof off of?
It's a spoof of Scary Movie and a spoof of
Okay.
it's a spoof of a spoof. But I watched it.
Of a spoof.
Yeah, it's so stupid. But I watched it again recently, like 2 weeks ago, and I could still quote every word from it because I used to watch it loads when I was younger.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen that, that's a good one to watch. It's on streaming. But I don't know about other horror comedies because I'm just such like I'm so in it for the scares and the tension that I don't really pick out a lot of horror comedies. I'm looking for found footage, slasher, paranormal, gore stuff. So,
Yeah.
Eric, what do you think in terms of comedy?
My mind always goes to Scary Movie because just for me, the whole horror comedy thing, sometimes it feels a little corny or it's just not done right. But the only franchise that I can think of in my mind off the top of my head that did it right is Scary Movie.
Yeah.
It's so nostalgic, and it goes back to, my childhood, and just so many memorable moments from the Scary Movie franchise, like that one always comes to mind. And I know one thing that always comes to mind as well is like when more serious horror movies try to take the comedic route after a while. One
Mm.
that I'm thinking of now is like Child's Play. Did you
Mhm.
notice how like towards the later films they started trying to add a little bit of comedic relief, even though they had some funny moments, but it's like the fourth and the fifth one just kind of went way off, and it threw me off. It kind of took me out of it. So
Mm.
it's very difficult for me to find horror comedies that I actually like, but Scary
Mhm.
Movie, yeah,
And I also
that's one of the
find
ones.
that like a lot of movies are put in the like if you Google it, it'll say horror/comedy, and I'm like, that's
Yeah,
not. I don't find that actually very funny. I just think it's a
right.
horror movie. Like if you type
Yeah.
in good horror comedies, stuff comes up
Mhm.
like Ready or Not or Cabin in the Woods, and
Mhm.
I'm like, no, those are just
Mhm.
to me, those are just
Yeah.
horror movies that I'm
Right.
Right.
like enjoying. I'm not really finding. Okay, they have like a little bit of like a laugh, like one-liners,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't consider them like horror comedies.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you think about the classic Ghostbusters? You know, going
Oh,
back to the '80s, right? And the Marshmallow Man coming
Ghostbusters.
to destroy the city. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
that's a pretty good
Ghostbusters. I
one.
always thought of Ghostbusters like a kids movie. Am
Like
I
a kids
wrong?
movie, yeah, yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of. I mean,
Yeah.
it's safe. Yeah. I mean, it was probably
Yeah.
PG 13 esque.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, depending on the times. But no, I mean, there's so many, and obviously, Cooties was one.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
also think about movies like Arachnophobia that scared the crap out of me because
Oh, yeah.
I
love that
do not
movie.
like spiders, especially big, scary spiders that can hurt you. But that has some laughs in it.
Mhm.
Even like Deep Blue Sea, Samuel L. Jackson giving his speech,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden there's a giant shark jumping out of the through this little hole and just bringing him
Mhm.
into the water. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of those are just so funny. We've talked about Snakes on a Plane in the past, where that was
I was just gonna
initially
say,
supposed to
yeah,
be,
Yeah.
a legit horror film, but in all the test screenings,
hilarious.
everybody's laughing and saying, "Oh, you gotta, do this and like have it strangle that person instead of that person."
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's it is fun to have these crossover genres though, because I think, real horror, especially if it's trying to be scary and dark and gory, like it's not always for everybody, the
Mhm.
Terrifiers and things like that. But
Yeah.
horror comedy seems like it can reach the masses because you can kind of frame it as like a date night type thing, like, oh, we're gonna go
Mhm.
for some laughs. And oh, by the way, there's a serial killer in it, and you know, all
Right.
that kind of stuff. But yeah,
I
I think
suppose you could put Heart Eyes in the horror comedy then, because when you just said
mhm,
about a serial killer, I'm like, I suppose that's a horror comedy,
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
which is a pretty good one that came out last year. I enjoyed it, and I think they're making a second one too.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like Hard Eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that counts as a horror comedy, then yeah, I'll put
Then
that one on the
yeah,
list
that's
too.
I think that's the only one I
Yeah.
can really think of.
Oh, what about Thanksgiving?
Yep.
Yeah, I
The
suppose
slasher.
that's Eli Roth,
It's
isn't it?
another
Yeah.
Eli Roth
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one was pretty good too. A
Yeah.
little bit of, comedy in it. So yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
okay, we
Alright, fair
found a
enough.
couple. Mm.
Do you guys care about, like, who the producers and directors are of these movies? Does that move the needle for you, or are you focused more on story and cast and things like that?
So there was a time, and that time wasn't too long ago, where I didn't pay attention too much to who was directing it and who was producing it. I just would go kind of like by the trailer and the synopsis. Like if somebody explained to me what the movie was about and it sounded interesting, and I went and watched the trailer and that pretty much sounded good, I didn't really care. But now, if especially with names coming out more recently, like Curry Barker, Kane Parsons, Jordan Peele, like these guys, they're coming out with some stuff. So it's like now I
Mhm.
have to pay attention. Like when I hear their names, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going. So like the next Curry Barker, next Kane Parsons thing, I'm there. I don't care what they make. I'm there. So
Mm,
it matters more to me now than it did in the past. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably the same. I would usually go off the trailer, go off somebody's recommendation, but like if I see something that's directed by Mike Flanagan or something like that, like I'm buying a ticket and I'm
Yeah.
watching it no matter
mhm,
what. Because
Mhm.
all of his stuff, I don't think he's ever done anything that I haven't liked or anything that people really think is bad. Like Hill House, Blind Manor, Midnight Mass, Hush, they're all like
Yeah.
incredible shows and movies. So his new Exorcist movie, I'm really, really excited for. I think that's next year. Um,
mhm,
but yeah, he's a name Jordan Peele again. When I knew he was attached to him, I was like, yes, I'm seeing this. But also, like with more smaller filmmakers as well, or women in film, like that Find Your Friends that I saw recently. Like if I hear of there's a woman new female director or something, then I will also try and put money in their pockets as well and
Mhm.
try and support that, even if I don't know them, just to
Right.
try and raise awareness and help women in film. But yeah,
Yep.
there's the big horror ones that I'm always sat for.
Mhm. How about James Wan? If you see James Wan's producing, are you in no matter what, or is it kind of like, oh, let's see how it goes? Because he's got the Insidious one coming out very soon,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
obviously he has many others, especially with his label Atomic Monster,
yeah.
Yeah.
partnering with Jason Blum and Blumhouse. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, before they partnered, I think I had a pretty good running streak with. I was really enjoying all
Mhm.
of Wan's movies. When
Mhm,
they merged with Blumhouse, I think some things kind of dropped off. Night Swim, which is one of the early
Mhm.
releases of last year, 2024 maybe.
mhm,
I was like, oh, and then a couple
Mhm.
Imaginary, which was their collaboration. I was like, oh. So
Mhm.
Blumhouse is a little, although it dominates the horror market, it's a little hit and miss for me
Mhm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not gonna not show up. I'm still gonna go
Right.
and support and see it. But
Yeah.
I feel like with some Blumhouse movies, I'm maybe a little bit more disappointed than I am with like
Mhm.
Peele or Flanagan stuff.
Yeah.
mhm,
Um, I'm among excuse me. I'm among those, like, I've kind of developed a comfort with their movies. So it's like you have those comfort watch movies that you kind of just throw on regardless. I'm
Yeah.
like that with Paranormal Activity, every single Insidious film. They're like my favorite football team, whether they win or lose, and I'm going to watch it. Period. So it's like if his name is attached to it, I'm gonna show up. It's like good or bad. I'm there. It's just one of those things. So if I see James Wan's name attached to it, I'm gonna be there. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
hmm. So you brought up Paranormal Activity. Like, what would you say that's your number one paranormal type of film, or do you have any
Yes.
others that you'd recommend? Since that seems like it's one of your favorite kind of
Yes.
subgenres.
So found footage, paranormal activity is what introduced me to like the found footage space. Like, so I didn't kind of come in with the Blair Witch Project crowd. I wish I did. I wish
Mm.
I was there to, it's like I'm like enjoying it during that time when it was a big thing and it was online and it blew up. Um,
Mhm,
but since then, there are so many other found footage films that I love. One of them is The Visit. I like that. A lot of
Mm.
people don't like that one, but I love it. I love
It's
The
great.
Visit. I like What Happened to Deborah Logan.
Oof.
That one is really good. That one is about a woman who's supposedly struggling with dementia. So a documentary team kind of come in to interview her, but it turns out it's a little bit more than dementia, and I'll leave it there. That's another one. It's just so many found footage films that I love. Hell House LLC.
Yeah,
yep.
That's another comfort one of mine. I'll watch
me
every
too.
single one. I don't care what they come out with. I'm there. So yeah, it just movies like that. I'm a big found footage guy. Like I love it.
How about paranormal without the found footage? Any in that subgenre that you'd recommend or that stand out?
Paranormal without the found footage. Oh, you just mean the
Like
genre period?
ghosts
Just like,
and yeah, anything
oh
paranormal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an older one that a
Conjuring.
lot of people miss. Yeah. What Lies Beneath? Anybody familiar with that
Oh
one?
yeah,
Ooh,
Harrison Ford.
that's great.
Yeah. I love a good
great
ghost
movie.
good ghost story, man. That's one. If you haven't checked that one out, it's a little bit older, but it still hits the same every time I watch it because it has a lot of mystery and twists and turns in it. Yeah, check that one out. What Lies Beneath?
It's so
Yep.
good. I'm a
Yeah.
I'm a Conjuring girl through and through in terms of like paranormal stuff. Conjuring, Insidious, Annabelle. Again, those are like comfort watches for me. I've seen them all. I don't
Yeah.
know how many times.
Mm,
Hereditary. I suppose that's kind of like paranormal. And
Mhm.
then a more recent one, Undertone. I really enjoyed Paranormal Podcast vibes.
mhm.
That was
Mm.
really good. And then I can't talk about paranormal without bringing up Oddity. I feel like I've said Oddity on every podcast episode I've been on so far,
Yes.
but I just can't. It's so, so good. It's Damien McCarthy's best movie, I think. Damien McCarthy also did Hokum that just came out this year. So if you liked Hokum, go watch Oddity.
Mm,
Funny story about Oddity. I had no idea about that movie. I just kinda purchased a ticket one day because I was looking for
Mhm.
something to go that was scary, and my wife wanted to go see a funny movie. And I was like, "No, you take the kids, I'm gonna watch something scary. This is supposed to be scary." I bought the ticket, and I was in theaters, and it was so dark, and it was like 3 people, but they were
Ooh.
sitting, like, behind me. When I say I
Mhm.
was so scared, like, that movie petrified me. That was such a good movie, man.
It's so
Oh my
good.
gosh,
It
yes.
really is scary because I watched it at home, and usually things don't scare me at home, but even I was, like, jumping, screaming, like,
Yeah.
terrified, putting the lights on vibe because I was too scared to watch it in the dark 'cause I was on my own. But yeah, that's a
Mm.
really good one.
Yeah.
All right. How about the Tooth Fairy? Did you guys remember the Tooth Fairy movie? This is like almost 20 years old, I feel like at this point.
Mm.
Where instead of it being like, hey, this thing's gonna come and put a money, put some money under your pillow, it's like, no, this ghost is gonna come for the tooth,
Oh,
and you don't want to see her.
Tooth
It's
Fairy, I
pretty
haven't heard of
scary
it.
in some
I
parts.
is that something
Um,
like Darkness Falls?
yeah, well, yeah, it's similar.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, yeah, maybe I'm mixing up my titles here since we
Okay.
don't have the show sheet today. But
Okay.
yeah, no, the Tooth Fairy itself is absolutely terrifying. I remember when I was younger seeing a couple scenes. I think my parents were actually watching at the time, and they were like, "You don't want to be in here for this." And I stuck around a little bit too long, and then I had nightmares for a little bit. So
I need
yeah,
to
that
watch
that one stuck with
this.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you talking about
Okay.
Darkness Falls?
Tooth
Or,
Fairy.
which yeah, the Tooth
Too
Fairy.
fair, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're two different movies for sure, but yeah, the
Mm,
Tooth Fairy's in Darkness Falls as well, which is terrifying.
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
I'll watch it.
alright, very good. Well, what else is on your radar that you're excited about? I mean, we've talked about things like Resident Evil that's coming out,
Yeah.
pretty soon. We've got
Mhm.
Disclosure Day coming out from Steven Spielberg. Like, what else is on your radar where you're like, "I just can't wait, for this day to get here?"
The new Evil Dead. I'm
Yeah.
Mhm.
getting excited about that because the teaser was great, the trailer was even better, like Ice Cream Man, and I'm like, "Okay, hopefully they're still keeping some of the best parts for the movie because it already looks
Yeah.
very impressive." But yeah, is Evil Dead is my next most anticipated. I don't know the release date for that. Do we know when it actually comes out, like the date?
I wanna
I think
say
yeah.
October? Is it?
Is it that late?
It could be. Hold on. I'll look it up.
July 10th?
Oh, July 10th. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
thinking about
There you
Resident
go.
Evil. I was thinking about
Yeah.
Oh,
Resident Evil.
okay. So we've only got
Yeah.
a month until it comes out. But yeah, that's my next big one for me. What about you,
Yeah.
Eric?
End of Oak Street. Anybody see
Yep.
that
Mm,
trailer?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, that one is intriguing. Like your whole neighbor, not just your house, your entire neighborhood gets like relocated into like a prehistoric type of environment and there are dinosaurs and pterodactyls. Like, yeah, I'm into it. Yeah. They caught my attention with
trailer
the
looks
last
good.
trailer. I said, yeah, I'm interested in that one.
The only thing is with that trailer, whenever they put a dog in the trailer, I always think, oh
Mhm.
God, I really hope this dog doesn't die. And if
Yeah.
it does, I need to find out from people first if it does, because if it does, I can't go watch it. I don't
Oh
care
man.
Yeah.
about people dying. I don't care about
Right.
anyone dying, but do not touch that dog because I'll get very upset.
Right.
I think there's a cat in the trailer too. You're
Oh,
discriminating against all cats. Come on now.
sorry. Any animals, I mean, I don't want to, I just can't do it. I watched a movie before called Good Boy, which
Yep.
Yeah.
It's sad.
it's oh my God, I cried my eyes
Yeah.
out. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
fantastic movie. If you haven't
Yes.
seen it, who's listening, it's about a dog who's like haunted. It's like a haunted house, but from a
Mhm.
dog's perspective. So you're just following this
Mhm.
poor dog around while he's experiencing all these weird things that are happening. It's so good, but it's so sad because you're just like, oh my God, please give this dog a break. He can't handle much more. um, so you can check it out on Shudder. I think it's still on Shudder, but oh my
Mhm.
God, anything with animals. I can watch
Yeah.
people die all day, even children. I'm okay with, but when it comes to animals, I'm like, guys, I can't watch this movie.
Mm.
I don't know what that says about me. No judgment, please.
So if you're designing the self-driving car software and there's
Mhm.
a deer crossing the road over here and there's a school bus dropping off kids on this side,
Hit the school
we
bus.
we know what your self-driving software is is going to do.
I'm
Wow.
going
Oh
to
god.
jail after this episode comes out.
Yeah. All right.
That's
Mhm.
funny.
So a question for you guys: when you're deciding what you want to watch, are you picking what you consider like the best movie? Like, let's say you don't know much about it. Are you picking what you're just excited to see from a storyline perspective? Are you wanting to be scared? Are
Mhm.
you watching it to be in a certain mood? Because, like, for me, like, I can't watch, like, a Terrifier type thing unless I'm, like, preparing myself,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
what it is, because if you go into it wanting, like, great story and deep
Mhm.
characters, like, you're gonna be pretty
Right.
disappointed. So how is that for you? What's your process?
I have to go based on how a movie, and it usually goes back to the trailer and the synopsis, like how a movie makes me feel. Because I have a
Mhm,
short attention span, so if I'm not interested, I'm gonna start checking my phone while I'm
Yeah.
watching. I'm gonna, start talking to my wife and my kids, and then I'll just be completely out of it. And by the time I look up, half the movie is gone. So it's definitely how a movie makes me feel. Like certain movies, like you brought up Undertone. I was
Mm.
mhm,
so excited to see Undertone that there was nothing going on in the outside world that was going to distract me from that film.
Mhm.
Everybody talking, I'm just like, shh, no, it's coming on. Hush. I don't want talk to me after. We got an hour. Let's go. So it's all about how a movie makes me feel. If I feel it, if
Mm.
I'm like it's interesting to me, I'm invested. You can't tear me away from the screen. So definitely how it makes me feel.
Mine's like it is dependent on my mood. Like you said, Cole, it depends on what I've been doing that day and how I'm feeling.
Mhm.
And then do I really want to be scared tonight? Am I looking for something scary? Or do I want to watch Scream for the 900th time just because I want to have something spooky on that I love and I just want to chill? So,
mhm,
um, I mean, when I'm looking for movies, it just depends on where I am at the time. I mean, I'm always looking for like more jump scare, scary slasher type of movies because that's just my personal preference.
mhm,
But yeah, it depends on how I'm feeling. I'm
Right.
so bad for going back to the same movie and just watching it over and over again, like Ghost Ship. I
mhm.
watch it every
Yeah.
week just because it's like my comfort movie, and I should branch out a little bit more, but it just brings me so much joy.
Mm. So with the jump scares, did you go see Passenger then, or
I haven't seen it yet, and I'm hearing
okay,
mixed things.
right?
Some people said do not even bother, and some people said they
Mhm.
thought it was really good. So, um, it's because I don't know why I'm listening to the negative more over the positive. I've
Mhm.
pushed it back, so I'm going to watch Scary Movie first, and then if it's still in the theaters,
Mhm.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I heard the best jump scares were in the trailer though, which is upsetting.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's one of those things where 2026 has been so great for horror, and we've had so many movies that were just crazy, and it just makes you want to talk about them all the time. That Passenger was one of those movies that was just okay. Like
Mm,
nothing really stood out. I don't think we'll talk about anything other than the trailer moving past it. Not bad, not a bad movie at all. Like if it
mm.
came out 2 years ago, everybody probably would have said, "Oh, this is the best movie of 2024." But because 2026 has been so awesome for horror, it's
Oof.
like the bar has been reset. So it's just like
Yeah,
we're no longer accepting like just okay. So it's like so now an okay movie is all of a sudden a bad movie. Like no, it wasn't bad. It was cool. It was just
yeah. It's got a
you
lot of
know.
competition right now. Undertone,
Yes.
Backrooms, like all of these movies that have done really well. So maybe I feel bad for it now. Maybe I'll still check it out.
All right. Well, at Fear Assembly, we're hoping to make some recommendations so you can discover the next great horror film for you, as well as the TV shows. Make sure to watch all of them on Apple and everywhere else that you can get your TV. We certainly will be. Eric, any other films that you want to shout out before we wrap for the day?
Absolutely. Oh, you say Eric or Annie? I'm sorry.
Both of us. You go ahead, Eric.
Okay, I'm sorry. Definitely affection. Affection. It's a
Ooh.
Yeah, that one came out. It's about a lady. She's kind of dealing with a condition to where is that she has memory loss. So to the point where she actually forgets who her husband and her daughter are.
Hmm.
But there's something more sinister happening, without giving away anything. So that's definitely one that I don't think is getting enough love. So affection, definitely check that one out.
Is that with the girl from Happy Death Day?
I believe
The
so.
the blonde one. I think her name is Jessica.
Yes,
I think. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
that's the one.
I'm gonna check it out. It's on my watch list. Where can we watch it? Do you,
Um,
do you
let
know
me
where
see.
it is? Because
It
I might
is
add that to my weekend watch list.
that one is on. Hold on.
I have one to shout out as well. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
And as Eric's looking this up, make sure to like and subscribe and tell us in the comments what we should be checking out. And if there's any topics that you'd like to see us discuss and debate, that's what we're here for. Eric, did
Yeah.
you find where that's at?
Yes, it's streaming at Fandango at home. You can
Okay.
catch that.
Mhm.
It's for a price, but it's worth it. Definitely
Well,
worth
if you're
checking out.
recommending it, I don't mind. If somebody tells me to watch something they say is good, I will pay for it. I don't mind if it's coming from somebody else. And then
Yeah.
my recommendation is also, I think I was streamed it on Prime about a year ago,
Mhm.
but it just popped up again recently, and I remembered how good it was. It's called The Devil's Doorway, and you might like this, Eric. It's a fan footage if
Yeah.
you haven't already seen it. And the story is about these two priests that are called to the Vatican to investigate this miraculous thing that's happened. Basically, this statue of Mary is crying blood, and they've
Mm.
come to debunk it and see if it's true and see if it's not. And while they're trying to figure out what's going on, a lot of crazy shit happens.
Mm.
Okay.
Very good one.
All right. I've got to check that one out too. I haven't seen either. So
Oh, there you go.
two great ones to wrap today's conversation. So again, thank everybody for joining, and we will see you again soon.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye.